hating you because you in the cap. Why you got the name in the cap? You're all in the community. What if I say the day for those with disability? Then come and say they reopen the school. You now see 100 people go to school. Instead of giving job to the jobless, hope to the hopeless, home to the homeless. They manipulate the system and make it worse. Now they come and make it even by the cup of rest. One man in more than 3 positions. They same thing they were against when they were opposition. You tell me what we did it to. So they think they got peace and justice, nothing for the poor. To be a money, they want you sell your soul. Either you cross the road or you bend down low. But Allah, I pray that my people rise. That one day God will show them your order they cry. Allah, when me could eat a genu. Me could eat a genu. Allah, when
you know, when I see my country blessed with all the natural resources, and yet instead I see my people living in abject poverty, then I question myself, where have we gone wrong? I just wish I had the power to share the national cake so everybody can have a taste.
For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place? What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country? Joseph Boakai couldn't even rescue himself. So when he passing around, oh, Costa this, Costa that. Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense? Talking about Costa ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some of you thought I was never going to create families of Boakai. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President Weah Ryan private jet. But the Joseph Boakai at brought the power is Ryan private jet from here to go to Rosaland. Yeah. But I will speak because people in sacrifice saw me our passing to go on my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the wrong yesterday were going to be right again. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against one person here. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I had to vote for them. They can be this country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. Because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want me to say it. They're breaking all the law. The law you mean breaking the law, but you want to go up. You know why people want to go up? Because they want to increase the time. They say they are too short. You cannot be a gangster. Then you want to run road. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want this and that, and then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government economy. But when we tell people it's not happening, and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people for their government keep and say, sacrifice people, don't know that Moya said, give me 1% I won't go in law. But they sit down over there in point their family post because they need work. And the person that needs work, and the person sacrifice post in the water. we implore our family because some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is nobody time when the country is not better. It is everybody time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacred day. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They got people that got degrees, they know nothing. They couldn't pass around with 8 people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and breakdown of marketeers, sprinting runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is long before carrying the benefit of. Because we are close.
He said the person anything you want to say for now? Thank you so much.
Hello. Yeah, we're there.
My son, you made me struggle. I heard you like me go indeed to move absolutely after the whole election. At in my corner, it is my children emotionally you conclude that you rescue as a minister after winning. The broadcast, I don't even answer my phone, don't pick me up, they don't let me down, I don't do it, I don't.
I'm on you. One more freedom. One more freedom they were coming, they said they were freedom fighters. When they were coming, they said they were
borrow money more than 5 times because I want to make sure I have something in my account that I can live on. Live on loans, go to IB Bank, I borrow money more than 5 times because I want to make sure I have something in my account that I can live on. I mean, live on loans, go to IB Bank, I borrow money more than 5 times because I want to make sure I have something in my account that I can live on. I mean, if I live on loans, go to IB Bank, I borrow money more than 5 times because I want to make sure I have something in my
Oh, yes, indeed. What a great day. What a beautiful opportunity it feels to be back behind these microphones, to engage on the issues that matter to Liberia's growth and development. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, just wherever you are this morning. What a pleasant way we'd like to welcome all of you to this Monday morning edition of the nation's premier breakfast platform, the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. Oh, yes, indeed. We are back. We are back to serve you a breakfast right here. There are too many things to talk about, lots of things happening in the country. And indeed, this is where you get the analysis of those issues making news in Liberia. This morning, at the top of our menu is the heartless demolition exercise. Ruthless, of course. Inhumane demolition exercise that has been carried out across the country, affecting the poor people. And so the simple question we asked this morning: what role is the government playing in all this? The lawmakers, the ministers, the president, the vice president, as the very Liberian who stood in the ring, danced in the poo-poo water, for them to become president, are losing their homes and their families. They're becoming homeless and refugees in their own country, internally displaced. No war fighting, no gun sound, nobody running after anybody. But yesterday, the country, the number of internally displaced people in the country now has skyrocketed. Simply because of the manner in which the government is running the court system. As elitism truly returned to Liberia, where the rights of the people are determined by the social status. And of course, when you're down the pecking order, then you and the bulldozers will have to decide. Even your legit properties can be demolished by anybody connected to the political class that has money. They will go to the court system, they will get some documents, the president will give them support, they will send yellow machine, the vice president will approve, all of them will get a full year's backing. They will ask Gregory Coleman to send armed police rise in 2 minutes. Early morning, where the kids are sleeping. parents are preparing to have the kids get ready for school and all that. And the moment you open your window, you're witnessing heavy machine bringing down your neighbor's structure. You're like, what's going on? Next moment before you leave your bed, machines are right to your door. Was this the rescue our people reached for? Was this the rescue our people voted for? The government will sit and watch. Parents are crying, children are crying, families are left helter scattered. This has been happening since the inception of the government. From Johnsonville to Mount Barclay to Hotel Africa to 72nd to Catholic Junction to Ashmont Street. Yesterday was Satan area. Folks will look at these this morning, put it right into perspective. Why with all the money in the budget, there's not much for disaster relief for our people, humanitarian assistance, welfare. Machines are breaking down our people's homes on a daily basis. Then we'll take a flight, we'll go and look back into the President Lala Sola. We told you we're insisting we will continue that debate. If you look, purposefully, the United Party and the President deliberately choose to lie about everything contained within that solar. And they tell, oh, there be one way in the Pope. Can you imagine? You know, all the paved roads are already existing in the country during we are in Ellington. All the paved roads in the country. Baka went and put in his son and said, just imagine all the quota roads are in the country, all over, right? That they not pay another quota somewhere that more than those one. So where now? Where? Which part of the country they pay that are, I know 11 or 12% quota? He lying the market door. All the roads, because they say 20% more. So, right? So if in Manons, we are in 10%, and all the old, road network, 9%. So that means all the paved roads are already existing. I don't want it there. So Baka say, hey, I know 12% road passing, right? When the very president, can you imagine? Because we've all been making noise that look, the president, you have to be a responsible man, you got to break ground, and we see your own thing. The president will do a finance minister, a justice minister, they go break ground, no money. No money, no contractor, no contract, no blueprint. You go stand there and say the breaking ground for judicial corp. Look at that level of uselessness, right? So we'll talk about those ones impacting. We expose this so-called irresponsible, good-for-nothing, regime made up of thieves and criminals who believe that they can just come here and lie, do anything that they feel like doing, as if to say they have bought this country, purchased this country. But look, the time is coming, right? Today is Monday. There's going to be a free-flowing conversation about all of the issues that matter, particularly that happened over the weekend. Our attention is shown significantly to the wave of demolition exercise. Heartless demolition exercises are going across the country. Yesterday, over the weekend, watching the video from Satan, brought video tears to my eyes, and I was like, can you imagine? Took time to look at campaign messages and things, and it's tough. And so when I watched the video small, I go to the campaign message and I come back and say, no, what is going on? Who's in charge? Right? The president, the vice president, and plenty tax. The man fail. Oh, you do nothing. The president is there, you fail, you go in lie again. A lie president. I don't know, right? So while coming from Ghana over the weekend, a terrible incident happened at the airport, right? It's important to let you know we're grateful to God that it did not go So I was driving, and then I received a text from a source. I was also flying. I said, "Oh, Abu, it's not easy. I'm on my way to Kenya, right? But then the president flight has got stuck in the air for more than an hour, right? There's a serious breakdown with the president at the airport and stuff. But guess what? The airport, all they say they don't face. They don't face it. So you leave lying, and so God can always, that the second time it happening, right? God can always bring it to your very self. When you be the ordinary people, you don't understand it. So every time the very airport that you don't face it, the way you inherited it, you don't have left it, but you can't be lying that, oh, not much now the airport. So if somebody you go sit down, just do what you can. Stop lying to the country and do the need. That is bad. So, let me see. Good morning.
Good morning, people. Good morning to you. Good morning to our audience. It's good to be back here this morning, and I'm grateful for the gift of life. I'm able to be back here this morning to continue the Liberian people's job. It was a difficult week. Last week, was very ill, but yes, I'm grateful to be back here, and it's good that we are back together.
Certainly. And so, how was your weekend?
So I think for the weekend was okay. Except for last weekend, the weekend before this coming weekend, from last Saturday, Friday, I should say, last Friday, until Thursday, this coming week was difficult. But yes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You went with the trophy to the country?
No, I could not because but then I just
went to the opening of the Nima Lodge?
Yes, I was there.
What's the purpose of the Nima Lodge?
The Nima Lodge, the purpose is basically intended to show that the thing with the issue about paying hotel bills for the county teams will be addressed. So that as soon as the teams qualify, or whether the team or the teams qualify, they will be accommodated there. They will be once they come to town, because normally they will come to town from December. So they will be there for the length of time, have what they want to do, and everything. But the idea of the Nima Lodge, the project was funded by the country. Yeah, so as
December, January,
there is going to be a bidding process open, and according to what the superintendent said during the opening, there will be a bidding process open when in buy-ins, especially business people from nearby to manage that
on behalf
of the country. The only thing is between December to January, whenever the country qualify, you know that yes, we have to be there. But
if you get
no, so normally that's why you have to be cognizant of the fact that between December to January.
So why if somebody book a valuable customer, they book?
I'm not sure there is any valuable customer than the Nima team. That's what the reason why they do it. And that is something that is going to be a part of the company. I don't want to be the spokesperson for the superintendent office. I think they are supposed to answer all these questions. But from my end, I think the idea of the Nima Lodge is a very beautiful idea. Let's see how it will be utilized. Yeah. Yeah, so there are still more work there to be done. It is expected that a basketball court is going to be constructed there. A mini hotel. So 3.5 acre of land. So no. Why would I have right here in Johnsonville?
Nobody, for strategic reasons.
No strategic reason.
Well, man, it's good to be back, and of course, we're here. I think it's a good idea, right? So, folks are tapping, not moving out to
Yeah.
places, so we do our own thing. Whatever, and mind you, know, but you know, quite a good idea, and of course, yes, the winner gets through. So, what can happen? So there is this thing here, folks. Before we go into our main discussions this morning, let's do some in-house cleaning on some issues, right? It's important, particularly matters that happened while we were away during the weekend. It's important. So the president nominated Cornelia Krat-Topa as to go and serve as Minister of Youth and Sports, right? And so we're one group of people that support youth participation at every level. And of course, we believe that the mantle should gradually be transitioned to young people so that the bureaucracy and administration of this country can mimic, the reflection of the new generation and all of that. It's important, or else we keep track in the past and we feel we're making progress, but we're going nowhere. So we need that transition. But it has to be guided by ethics, integrity, it has to be guided by moral, it has to be guided by cultural uprightness. We must never ever miss out on those facts. So every young man that must step in the shoe, or young lady that must step in the shoe of leadership in this country must demonstrate, these values, because those are the values that we together as a society. And there is no culture in this country that does not stand for morality. There is no religion that's been practiced in this country that does not teach ethics, moral, integrity, and of course uprightness. Absolutely not. So we are all in sync with those value systems. It forms the bedrock of what being a Liberian is. So it has to go across, because leadership is delicate and it is an example. People look up to you, people aspire you, the greater society, and draw motivation from you. And so you have to be there. So at that point, any attitude that you demonstrate tend to be a behavior pattern that will copy. So it is important. So sometimes when these critical concerns are raised about nominees, it's not out of envy or probably, dislike or what have you, but it is a caution to the rest of us young people that we have to carry ourselves, dignified manner. We have to carry ourselves in an organized, particularly when leadership is in your mind. When you're aspiring for leadership, you have to let go. The youth is exuberant. Yeah, you want to go for the other one. Yeah, we understand you can have private moment to chill, but you have to do it in a distinct way.
Mhm.
It can be regularly done, and somebody expect the whole country to settle for that. And when you try to bring it up, and then somebody say, "Oh no," so we cannot permit more bankruptcy to accommodate, right? To accommodate the irresponsible behavior of individuals. No, they must take full responsibility of themselves because they made responsible and mature decisions. So when you make these decisions, you take full responsibility of the outcomes and how society view them, right? So nobody will be making mistake or should be blamed when responsible and mature people make their own choices, life choices. And then when push comes to shove, and then the conversation are expanded, and then somebody try to make other people victim of what they did not consent to, right? Nobody went ahead and said, do this before you did it. No, you sat in your room, right? You decided this is how you want to carry yourself. This is how you believe life should be. It's okay. So when we come to a place where we have to make moral judgment, is made on the basis of that. They're all very educated, young, brilliant Liberian youths, whether female or male. They carry themselves very. There was this lady, Marius, Gwendolyn. I hope I'm getting your name correct. Gwendolyn Myers. She's peace advocacy that she's into. I've been following her for some time, and you know, that's what she likes to do. But every time I've seen that lady dress, right, she chooses her dress code to suit the personality that she wants to present to the rest of us. That's how she's choosing her dress code. So if Mrs. Kura chooses her dress code to represent and appease the taste of whatever she wants to represent, it's up to her. When the time comes, we'll talk about it like that. This lady have been dressing half naked. She doesn't find problem with that. She finds pleasure in dressing half naked. So you are in a home telling your girls, children, no, when you wear skirt or you wear anything, make sure it passes your center finger. When you stand up and you put your center finger on your legs as a young woman, whatever you wear should pass your center finger. You can be teaching that moral lesson to your girl's child, to your girl child. Then you can also you supporting a young woman, right, that dresses and wear mini the jeans trousers that go way inside, and right? You can do that. So you are self-contradicting. So for us to remain consistent with the moral license we are teaching our children, we are saying no, madam. You we are doing Miss Labrador, will support you. Well, we will support you for a Miss Labrador contest. But to be arrogant and insistent, right? That is your choice. That is your, but we're talking about the country now. You're not going to run your father's private farm. Right now, it's about the state. It's not only to go sit down as a minister of youth and sports, and you're going to head a whole sector. Another disturbing thing that's been going on is, I think the value of legislative or Senate confirmation is being lost gradually. When nominees sees confirmation hearing as a mere symbolic act that just has to happen, but they already. I listened to Cornelia at an event in a nightclub. At an event in a nightclub again. That the woman made minister. How have we brought the bar way down to accommodate partisanship, accommodate feeling, accommodate whatever? It shouldn't be like that. You can't run a country like that. And we are the one that are always talking about these things. Absolutely not. Right? Go stay in nightclub, minister, and calling yourself minister, and making policy statement on behalf of the ministry. A person that has not even been confirmed yet. You have the video there, right? You have not been confirmed yet. So that is to the senators. When you sit and watch a nominee who has not even gone through your vetting process, right? Go around and start purporting as the minister already. What does that say to you? What does that leave your authority? It's important. And the third point I'd like to pick up on is, and I'm taking this from Cornelius' team, the cliche that they are carrying. Paradigm shift. Sounds good. And we all know what a paradigm shift is and what it carries. Right? Paradigm shift should reflect moral uprightness, should reflect a change from a culture that does not represent progress to something more progressive, something more, organic and all of that. But what did we see? A lady that's professing paradigm shift, right? Equally went ahead and did the same old trick of what? Sending buses on high school campus, right? And taking kids from the school campus, putting them on buses, right? With t-shirts to go do what? To go serve as cheering squad. Is this not the playbook of the old guys? A paradigm shift to me, doing things differently and not disturbing the Capitol building, carrying people to go start singing, dancing, and all those things. Those are the trick of the old guys. That's what they do. And I saw Cornelia, children in school hours. You sent buses, you took them from there. You went in the street, took the suffering old ladies, right? Put lapel and t-shirts on them. Give them $5, $10, and bus them to the Capitol building to go and cheer on your behalf. What is that? What do you want to prove? You're not going for an elected office. This is not election where you need to prove numerical strength. Absolutely not. Let the youth, let the young people voluntarily, right, decide to come out to tell you that that scene wasn't voluntary because it was not led by Linsu, neither FLA, neither MRU, right? But what did we see? Team Cornelia Crown taking NTA buses. I don't even know whether they pay for it, right? Went around, collected people children, put them on bus, and carry them and say they go cheer. So nothing changing in this country. Even the young generation that we won't trust, they come back, they do the same old thing. The young generation come back, they do the same old thing. Never. You walk to that place with your CV, with everything, with your personality, go there and confront the lawmaker. But you know why in the time past people will do these things? So that they will what? Influence the independence of the senators. Because when you look through your window, you see the whole grounds of the Capitol building full with people. Then when people try to be independent in their confirmation decision making, you come outside, you blackmail them. These people go and start attacking the senators. That's the whole game. And we think that is no paradigm shift. And I commend the senators for postponing the confirmation hearing because it was the manner in which they decided to take it, right? You're making it like it's your entitlement. Absolutely not. Go and prove your worth. You say you're this, you're that, you're that. Go and prove your worth. Go and be. You're not only being grilled. You will not be grilled only on the basis of your academic credentials. It has to be done on the basis of your track record in public service, right? Your time at the Ministry of State. We need to look at that, right? The decisions you took, your experience, the experience you bring to bed, right? We need to look at that. Your moral standing. We need to look at that. And then we'll come to your education. What are you guys? Then we'll play this.
So, thank you, Abu. Thank you. I've been home following all of the happenings. And of course, Colonial's nomination is one of them. Firstly, Colonial's is being considered now by the MDR folks, and of course the vice president, as the person who could lead a charge, or who maybe can lead a charge to ensure that the youthful population of our country is turned over to the MDR in case Kun is the standard bearer of the collaboration between they and the Unity Party.
But is she from MDR?
The Home Father is the, how you call him, the secretary, not the secretary, but the chairman of the MDR. So basically, they are using Colonials, especially from the angle of Nimba, to see whether she's able to bar the youthful population of our country. Now, you and I spoke the other day about moral uprightness. Mm-hmm. Looking at the society, Colonials then feel like it is more easy to get into the damaging side of the society than to get into the professional, responsible side of the society. So that's why you see of late, she has gotten involved into, she's gotten involved into the beach party, the nightclub event, and all of that. That's why Colonials have gotten involved into this of late. So she's being used for that purpose. So since her nomination, she hasn't been confirmed, but she's going now to speak on behalf of the ministry, speak in a capacity as if she's serving. Now, these Colonials, and again, Abu, I want to blame firstly the citizens. This is a country where the youthful population of our country is being neglected by the government. And today, those very youthful population, those very youths who we are advocating for today, Abu, they are the same youths that are selling themselves to the politicians. You said colonials gave money to people, print you T-shirt, promise to give you something and truck you into buses. They say go at the Capitol building to show solidarity. Colonials has not been able to tell you what she will do to impact your life in case she's appointed or confirmed as minister. But because Colina has made money available, she has made T-shirt available and made buses available. At that point now, you see it important to run and go support her. So tomorrow when she's nominated or confirmed and she's serving in that position, Colonials feel she don't owe it up to you because for any other reason, anytime she won't buy you, once she get money, she will buy you.
And so they even give money to the children. That the children sponsor their teacher. Then
yeah, but they pass it through them.
Yeah,
they pass it through their sponsors.
So one will take the money.
So all of that is happening now. Let's get to the legislature, particularly the Senate. What has been the standard set by the Senate? Why did the Constitution require the Senate to confirm nominees sent to them by the president? So today there have been no standard set, no basic, but because it is a constitutional mandate that, oh yeah, we have to call that person, let call them, whatever it is. But Colonial's action is telling us that whether you like it or not, she's already confirmed.
I mean, if I'm minister already, I don't give a heck.
She don't care, or the Senate don't care about those concerns being raised, especially talking about the social lifestyle of this person that is being nominated or that is expected to be that is expected to appear before the Senate for confirmation hearing. So, on social lifestyle, we are not saying colonials don't have the right to socialize and whatever it is. But the level at which she is doing it, she's serving as a role model for girls out there, for young men and women out there. Oh yeah, Colina today she became youth and sports minister, so nothing. That's why you see young people are undressing themselves, young girls are undressing themselves, doing video, sending it to bloggers now, asking them to post it so they can trend. Because our Colinas then teaching the people you can dress anyway, go anywhere, do anything you want to do at any time. And yes, that's how you come to prominence in our country. The wrong legacy is being set. And today, many of you don't see it important to talk about it.
In fact, as soon as you bring the moral questions out, people will be like, oh, yeah, man. But then those same people will finish, they will sit down in some corner and say, the country here, no culture. The country ain't get nothing. So you yourself who talking, have you demonstrated interest in upholding the right moral standards in this country? Right? People should take responsibility of their personal choices, the personal decisions they make. And you must live your life in ways that when the time comes, you're able to justify, you're able to defend, you're able to speak out, you're able to stand moral grounds to say why this happened. And they must be able to conform with ethical and moral standards. Then you're able to defeat. But in a way, in an instant where you want people to compromise the standard to accommodate you, that is unacceptable. So every other person is saying, your leader, right? That's how she won't dress. But the way she won't dress undermines ethical and moral teachings in our society. We know that. But then the same people will go, they say, oh, how did they get dressed so? Right? And stuff. No, this is not the way it's supposed to be. This is not. Right? The woman that's supposed to be minister of youth and sports, right, has been organizing has been organizing parties where prostitution and drugs can be going on. Yeah. They be snatching people, married men. Those are the places they can do it. Breaking homes. She's been in the center of organizing these kinds of occasions. Right? Teaching little girls how to steal married people, men. They say, oh yeah, all right, the way the woman won't carry herself, the way the woman won't carry herself. You wearing painting and bra, passing around in the place. You don't owe that your life. But you won't hold public office. And he said nobody should talk about it. Okay, let them forget it now. Eh? Nobody, you walk out, you walk naked, you pie around in the street. On whether we can tell you make you president, whether we tell you make you minister. You can make anybody anything in this country. Anybody anything in this country. So forget about all that thing they're talking, right? They drug men too. Wake up one day, they drug men become United Party man, right? And then he more sharp. They can make drug men somebody. The drug men thought say, oh, but the men are United Party man, the men choosing one smoke. I challenge anybody to say at these functions, these social gatherings that they can be doing, say they all up bunch, what thing they can be going there? So immoral things. Intendimizo is the face of that organization. See, life, leadership, that wisdom, leadership, that gift from God, and a confine. You can be a leader and you say you don't want to stop. You don't want to restrict yourself from certain things. You have to do it because you know what? At that point, the society look up to you. But the thing society frowns on, right? You are the face card of that. You are the one doing that. Huh? We should show you some video then from the LRB branch. My old man, we should play the video here for you to see it. And the woman, the president want to say, get experience. The president want to say, oh, that traditional man, that deacon in the church, right? He sees the lady, he even called the lady as a grandpa. They say, oh, my daughter, yeah, I know you're a young woman, but you know, God bless you, you're smart, and you reach a player now, right? Try to carry yourself in ways that your late sister then will see you, they'll feel proud. Gwendolyn, man, this girl, I don't know, I hope I'm getting her name. She's a good girl. She carries herself very modestly, very responsibly, but she's a strong voice, very strong and educated. We don't find these kinds of women or these kind of young people for leadership opportunities. We take the African baddies, the baddies, we take them, we make them ministers. So what's the value for our people's education? When you talk about it, the sycophant, belly-driven idiots come around and be talking this, that. Oh, yeah, you're going mayor minister. Who says? Anybody will do anything. Oh, the woman, deputy, what thing? A party leader in Unity Party. You're going mayor minister. But you will not stop her from calling her naked minister. You will not stop her. Right? You will not stop her. The day one may Reverend Dog will take her very picture. She put it in the public. That's how she wanted the public to view her. You will not stop her from posting it. What was it? She's not even able to stop everything. She put it there, she sanctioned it, so the sanction is free. We put it there, we give her credit. The picture credit, Cornelia Craft. She herself. That's the way the lady chose for the world to see. That's the personality she wanted all of us to see. A personality who cares less about her body. She exposes her body anyhow, anywhere. Right? No privacy. You go in the pool in an uncompromised position. You go live. You videotape it. You put it on social media for everybody to see it. Right? Nobody told you to do that. Those were personal choices you made. And now you're being appointed or nominated to serve in a public office. So there's a standard. Let's go back to all of those that have served in that place. Have anybody served in that place dressing half naked? No, there's no precedent. So it's a dangerous precedent to take, and an almost morally bankrupt character and put him in the seat of the minister. This is a cabinet rule. Read the executive law and understand the magnitude of a cabinet position. So we're bringing all of that down to accommodate political cronyism. It's a party style. So it's not too much to the moral uprightness. There are other very beautiful, brilliant, intelligent young women within the ranks and file of the Unity Party that, in spite of their education and exposure, they have always maintained self-respect. They've always done that. Self-respect, respect for their culture, respect for their background, respect for their personality, respect for their character. And it's important how you carry yourself. We weren't talking about that. The Senate is rubber stamp, and of course, they're going to go ahead and do whatever they care less, right? There's a whole terrible breakdown in the country. There's a whole terrible breakdown in the country. If Judge Weah was the one appointing somebody like that, all the young ladies Judge Weah appointed in your government, go and check all of them out. Go and check all of them out. Go and check them out. They have their private life, but their public life is exemplary. Exemplary private life. Right? Now a day you saw them sharing nude pictures, exposing their breasts and other sensitive parts of their bodies. No, we must condemn this. We must stand in a position to condemn it and say, no, this is uncultured and unacceptable. We must say that. Saying that does not make us, hateful to the individual, but she has to know that she has to cultivate a sense of responsibility. She has to be an example. Must force her to be that example. What track record? Ministry of State, what did she do there? Illegal dismissals. A GSC audit report found her what? Guilty of what? Ghost names, payroll pardoning. All these things are there. A young lady entered public service on a terrible note, but it's been shielded by political correctness because she's a Unity Party man. And we will not stop from saying the truth. Deny us all you want to deny us. That's your business. But yes, we're on the record. Our faces are there. We're saying it. These are the values that we choose to be journalists to speak for. Sometimes you said you're worried 5 years from now. You think about your children, your girls' children, how they're going to be, right? You want to sit your girls' children down. You want to encourage them to be, to be somebody good in the society and tell them that, yes, the way you carry yourself, you got to carry yourself in a modest fashion. And somebody say, I'm a minister, I'm wearing short pants, skinny pants. I don't know how they can call them. I'm wearing them. Wearing jeans screen and became minister so you can be anybody. No, it says something about you, whether you like it or not. It says something
very terrible.
And that's what we are discouraging.
And that's what, when we talk about setting legacy or setting example, these are things we talk about, because when you can't do these things, you continue to live by the wrong reasons, then you are changing nothing, because people will continue to grow up in the wrong reason. Do I want my girl child growing up tomorrow knowing that, you have to dress indecently to be recognized by society and be given the opportunity to serve in governmental position? These are sacred positions, in as much as we do expect you should be qualified, competent, and whatever it is. But when you are given the opportunity to work or serve in such positions, those positions are considered sacred. So you that are working there, you must live by an example that when the young people or people who are looking at you, when they see it, they say, oh yes, I want to inspire to be like this person. I want to be like this person. But what is it that we're doing? Or are we saying now today that it was one of the very same Unity Party that we had a Super Friday, and this could be an introduction or reintroduction of this Super Friday.
Every time they come around, they bring all kind of immoral social attitude.
This could be a reintroduction because it's becoming now. It's becoming now regular, Abu, that every Sunday women and girls will naked themselves, gather amongst men, drink liquor profusely, and smoke shisha, and many people who call themselves ministers will be there seeing these people, especially when the very government you're working in has prohibited the use of shisha. But those people will go there, sit amongst them, smoke shisha, then they do everything they want to do. Then today somebody say we should not speak about people's social life. What the example we're setting? What's the legacy that we're leaving behind? That people coming after us will
But guess what? And the reason if you don't know, she's a public figure now, and she's going to serve a public office, and so we're holding her by the standard. I mean, let's look at the record. Let's look at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, right? The people who have served those roles, exemplary characters. You may have policy disagreement with them, which is understandable, but again, we come to the moral stance and the ethical behavior and the character they carry, the character they present to us, right, is within the confines of good moral standing and uprightness. Absolutely not. But when we check Cornelia Crowd, we're going to start showing some of the pictures here. In fact, we're going to talk about this right now. We're not doing passing, but this is what we're going to talk about. So if even those of you saying, "Oh yeah, Leo," you know it is not right. You know it is not right. You are very aware that is not right, especially for that office, right? Especially for that office. It's a terrible example. And she's arrogantly feeling entitled. She's okay. Go to speak about the Ministry of Youth and Sports. You know, this country is not going to go anywhere. I mean, we are anything. So tell me, what can Cornelia attract to the youth in this country? Where have she been to? Who does Cornelia knows? Where? How? Right? Just been working right within here. And we make her the sectorial head to lead the youth.
Yeah, vital.
The youth for the next 4 years. You're telling me the youth for the next 4 years, and you take a young lady who dresses loosely, right? Irresponsibly passes around here, throwing parties where they're drinking liquor, smoking shisha, smoking drugs, and everything. That's the biggest that she's done in this country that we know about, right? And you say she's going to be our minister of youth. This is absolutely.
We are talking about over 60% of the country's population. She's going to be advocating for them.
For the next 4 years, you're telling us that this is what's going to be for the youth. I mean, for the next 4 years. All she's going to be doing be throwing a lot of African bodies parties around here. So the young people that can do drugs, can do liquor and other things and misbehave and stuff, they ain't going to have a say inside. So the first meeting she have to go and impersonate as minister, where did it take place? In a club. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? The first meeting she had to go and say that in a club. Go say now, oh, y'all know, yeah, the way we come in so in far, we'll come and do the one year, we'll be having party and y'all who the creatives, will bring you into, we'll Sunday, we'll do your this, that. I mean, pretty much tell me, man, is this going forward or going backward? Are we going forward or we are going backward? And somebody said we shouldn't talk about this, but these were the same people very loud here criticizing appointees and campaigning and what? Protesting for individuals to not get their office. Zolezo was denied, a man with a track record and service and intelligence, simply because of his party stance. But you have a morally bankrupt, clearly violating all of the standards, and you know it. You're a parent, right? You're a church-going man or woman. You're a mosque-going man or woman. You're out there, and you know these things are a culture. You know them very well, but you can't because, that UP woman, that UP this. No. When we set the standard with this lady, the other young women that are into politics and aspiring for leadership will know that they have to carry themselves in a special and responsible way.
But Abu, the Senate will not do anything about that. In fact, the woman is already acting as minister. Yes, but the Senate is being the Senate. We got the vice president there. The vice president is there at the Senate, and Cornelius is the vice president's interest. So there is nothing that is going to happen. And in fact, the entire legislature, especially the Senate, they forget about. But we are saying this because we want to be kept on record. Everything that have happened in this country that we've spoken about, we are always on record. Go on the Freedom FM page. Go on Freedom Radio Liberia page on Facebook.
African body.
Things that
African
happened 2-3 years ago. Our advocates are doing the elections. All of them are still there. We do these things for the record purpose. Today, we are sitting here to tell you that it is uncultural for a young lady to dress indecently, setting the wrong standard. We are saying all of these things. And today, you people who are bootlickers of those behind those individuals, you're there supporting them. But tomorrow is going to be another opportunity. It happened here. People were insulting former government officials, but then they were government officials. People insulted them literally in this country. You're supporting it. Today it is your time. You're fighting them. Today it is your time. The very people who insulted you're saying that today insult is wrong. That the same way, immoral dress code, you're supporting immoral and indecent dress code by government officials. Government officials can dress anyhow, smoke shisha openly, do whatever they want to do in the public, and you feel like it is the right standard that we're setting. People are learning from these group of people today. Tomorrow, they could be in those positions and doing similar things that you're supporting today. Will you have the guts to criticize what you're supporting today?
So let's take calls. And see where Liberians stand on this. And of course, we can move to State Town and talk about it. I'm getting this unconfirmed report. I tried getting
about the support.
From
myself trying to,
and his wife. But let's take calls on this African body minister thing. 0776 104 104 086 500 104 plus 221 86 500 104 are the numbers to call. Is this the kind of minister you want? What do you have to say to your senators?
Yeah, good morning, Ega, and good morning, Dr. Abu.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is Otis Bagley. I took join here from District 11 in Moses Panel District.
Go ahead.
So, political issue. There was political talk about who started all of this rubbish of a female going to a gallery and making a sea of passing from minister. And now Joseph Boga is senior to the Ministry of Youth and Sport. What is she carrying there? What the example is she going to show to us, the youth in this country, that will follow? Because she is heading the youth department of the country. What she is carrying there, and a Paulina Pratt talk about says she won't become a representative in District 13. Where our Otis Bagley will campaign against her, will show tangibles that she's not fit for the position. She's just here because Joseph Boga was past friend, so Joseph Boga will tell her from the other place, to the other place. She go with cynical information. Look at what she did. Look at the clothes she is wearing. What respect she is showing the woman who. Yeah, thank you for the show.
Thank you for your participation as well. This person morning.
Hey, God, and this is Edmond Car, and I'm the visionary player now that pushing for the return of President we are 2029.
Oh, you changed from the first advocacy?
But I told you that immediately Boaka hit during the 23rd, I'm no longer going to be putting a few to the fire for pushing President we are putting Boaka out. Okay. I said that on this platform.
Go ahead.
So there where I am now.
I'll go back to the record.
It's quite surprising. Why say that Paulina Pratt wanted to prove? Was she trying to impress the legislature that she do have the youthful population on her side? What are her record when it comes to her support towards the youthful population in the country? That it is surprising in the sense that you have somebody going at the legislature for confirmation hearing. And then you're taking all students from the school to take them there. When you listen to the various interviews, some will tell you, I was supposed to just getting a car go away from program. Then you ask another person, say, when we came out, the 201 minister were appointed at the youth and school, we should come here. Don't do what? So if the government of Liberia is serious, Minister of Education should be suspending those principals that put their students out during school hours. This is because the students didn't go there on their own. She passed more cash on the table and gave it to the school authority to put their students out to go over there. So Minister of Education should be questioning those schools. But they will not do so because Paulina Pratt is a Unity Party woman. And this is why one lawyer was telling me he's a winner. So tell me though, all of the naked pictures that we are seeing here, is this woman in your client, she's going to represent you in court. Is this a coat that she will wear? Because sometimes your profession to be able to shape your habit or your decision what you do.
Your choices in life. If you choose to be a leader, it should shape your habit. But
okay, so how do you go? How do you represent me as your client in court? Will you be in naked to go at the Supreme Court to represent me or any of the local court around here? So, you know, what you do at profession, you should be able to shape your habit or your practices in life. But Cardinal Kra has still to do so, and I think it's just necessary that Cardinal Kra nomination is withdrawn and put up some X that she will not have absolute control over the youth population in this country. Thank you.
Thank you, Edmond. This person, morning.
Good morning, Abu.
Morning, CDC Papi.
I'm calling from Roto Town.
Go ahead.
Oh, you people are talking about Corino. What about your speaker?
No, we ain't talking about the speaker. The conversation is about the nominee for minister.
They are talking about integrity.
No, when the speaker talking, we'll talk about that one. Talking about this other one.
Let's move on to the next person. 0776 104 104 86 500 104. Morning.
You finish the one you joined the other one. Yeah?
Morning. Okay, this person. Good morning.
Okay, let me take this call. All right. Let me take this call. Good morning. Charles, go ahead. You're live. Let's hear you. I know you have a whole different view on this, but let's hear what's your thought.
Yeah, good morning, Abu and Tega. Good morning to the peace-loving people of Liberia. My name is MacArthur Charles Manson, and I call you Clariton.
Okay.
And I have an opinion that represents the interests of the young people in Liberia, not an opinion on the issue. You know, there's this saying that we judge books by its cover in Liberia, and that has been wrong for a long time.
Okay.
I listened to the show, and you guys have been.
No. What do you mean by judging books by cover?
I listened to the show, and you guys have been wrongly accusing Cornelia. And it's strange that for the first time in a
you said wrongly accusing? What did we wrongly accuse her of? Of dressing indecently?
Don't worry, I'll address it.
No. I want you to speak to that. You're accusing us.
That is what I'm speaking to. Listen, Abu, this is what I'm speaking to.
Charles, 1 minute. So you said no, Charles. You said we wrongly accuse her, wrongly accuse her. So I'm asking what did we wrongly accuse her? Because basically things we said, there are pictures here. We're seeing the way she's carrying herself does not represent
Firstly, Hagar said the reason why Cornelia is going over there is because the vice president or the MDR chairman wants her to take over the young people for MDR. That was why Hagar said we can go back.
And what are you saying? And what are you saying to that?
Wait, now that is wrong. You asked me for the wrongful.
You said what I said is wrong. Or that you call that one accusation, right? So what's the real thing? What's the real thing for which you're saying
Cornelia is going there to represent the interests of the young people in this country, not a particular political party.
So
that's
are you defending? You know, Charles is a young man and he's into politics. He's aspiring for leadership as well. So it's good to have him on record on this thing. So are you defending the dress code and the way Cornelia carry herself?
I am defending the qualification of Cornelia Kra.
No, we are not discussing the qualification.
The
moral uprightness. Do you think the way she carry herself as a young lady is the best way for a young Liberian to carry
let's be somebody.
1 minute.
Abu, if Cornelia, let me answer your question, right? If Cornelia was nominated to lead the Liberal Council of Churches, I would tell her, no, you can't do it because this is not how a pastor dresses.
So the youth and sports ministry is a ministry that is for you, so it should be indecent, immoral. That's what you think?
No, except in the ministry or a cabinet minister. No. You're talking about a seat of a. So you say no morality applies to a minister in Liberia anymore?
There is nothing indecent about how Cornelia can dress every time she goes out to a particular function. Did you see how she dressed to go to the Senate?
All right. Come in, pull a picture. Thank you, Charles.
Let's get somebody else. Morning. Good morning.
Yes, this is Jonathan Tiabara. I'm calling from Viking District 5.
Go ahead, Jonathan.
Thank you very much for calling out to about the topic. The issue of calling out to just thank you for talking me. But I am going to buy a play. But I got a little thing. The team will follow the people. It will not be Musu Eka. It will not be Teresa Sherry. But it will be calling out to family. So what the issue? When they see that, because today just different, the team will follow their family.
Okay.
And try to come.
Thank you. Let's talk to this person.
Good morning.
Yeah, morning, David King.
Okay, yeah, David King on WhatsApp.
Go ahead, David.
Yeah, this is David King, and I join you guys in the morning from the Ralphie Highway. You see, immoral ness in this country by this government, it is the order of the day. When yesterday, people advocated against rape, quote unquote rape. Today we see men being sodomized by men, getting raped by men.
Let's stick to the subject. And let that thing. Let's stick to more questions about Cornelius that's been designated to be Minister of Youth and Sport.
Cornelius, if I was the president now, who people claim that he's a traditional man, he believes in moral decency, I will revoke nomination and look for someone else to go over there.
Thank you.
You know, the woman was on record for taking my liquor in the public with men. Like Mo Ali, Patrick Honor in the pool. You saw that video. And you saw the most recent one in the club. The African body, little body.
Okay.
You saw that. So, such a woman to step on and sell the U.S. school, to go and preside over the house that teaches the youth of this country more rightness. I think Cornelius don't want to be Minister of U.S. Sport.
Thank you.
And I saw him as a worker to do the needful by recording her, and everybody can be nominated to that portfolio. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's talk to this person from the WhatsApp line. Good morning.
Good morning, Abu, and good morning, Higa.
Good morning.
Abu and Higa, you see, what you guys are discussing, and then this guy Charles came to defend. Look, this is not just about the youth. This is about the representation of our country. Look, so now you just take anybody and just send them to the Ministry of Youth and Sport because they're a youth ministry. You just say anybody there.
Minister Papa, who told you this is a cabinet portfolio? I mean, so no morality applies anymore.
Sure. Now, let me
she
say
made
this.
her choice, so she take responsibility. Go ahead.
First thing first. Let even Lee what Colonel Crown addressing here. But the fact that Colonel Crown want to impress the Senate, put the Senate under the impression that she got the youth under her control. When she went to schools and passed money under the table, that was bribery to two people in to put students who are in classes, deny them of education and bring them to the capital building for supporting her. She have to give money to teachers, to principals, to put students in MTA buses to bring them. That was very wrong. That indeed, I'm sure that when Corona Crack get at the Youth and Sport Ministry as a minister, she's not going to seek the welfare of the youthful population in Liberia. She's not going to seek it. So it means that she just want to use them to climb to that position. What her being considered contribution to the youth when she was serving as deputy minister and the minister of state? What her being her contribution to the youth? Look, we have to be serious in this country. Corina is not the first person to be appointed as a youth to a ministry.
No,
look,
not.
And then just said this guy to public work ministry. The last public work minister, what they call the guy, he was very young. Yeah, very, very young. I didn't see these things. You see, so what we want to say is that we want to ask the president, there are more youth in the Unity Party, decent youth in the Unity Party. We want the president to look in the Unity Party and take competent youth to send it to the youth ministry. Not a play girl, not a talent show girl. We are not looking for authority. We are not looking for morality. We want somebody that will represent the youth.
Young people that are in the clubs, you go have a meeting with young people. Then she impersonating as minister. You know, the ministry, speaking on behalf of the ministry. That's a slap in the face of the senator, but they're not going to do nothing there. They compromise. They're not there for the people.
And God bless you, Abu.
Thank you for your participation as well.
Thank you very much. So we're going to play the video with the kids. Imagine your children being out of school, right? For 2, 3, 4 hours. Almost the whole entire school day got disrupted. Only to go and present a fake picture. You got it?
Yeah.
Go and present a false picture. Some of these children, the children don't even know her. She's not part of the people that the youth know in the country. Where you carry them, dissolve their learning, everything, to go and show what. See, is this This is what the always keeps setting group of our society is down there. So that when they defend, put them in the force and carry them. That's what fear of equity or equilibrium.
And that's why Abu, there is no impactful programs initiated by the government, because they don't want to improve your living conditions so that tomorrow they are not able to use you. They want to keep you stagnated. All of those whose homes are being demolished today, they want to keep you in that position where you only be from hand to mouth, so that at any time they are ready for you, you will run to them for t-shirts, you will run to them for a cup of rice, you will run to them for $5 just to sustain yourself. And that's why it is.
So the last I have a program. So what has Colonials done for the youth population, and even the students of Tottenham High and other MCSS schools around here, that they should go stand together to say, oh, confirm Colonials? You see it?
I thought they said the children were happy because Cornelia been doing too many things in their lives, so they were happy. They went there to go cheer her. But I don't even know. They go tell the children, say they having program to honor, and then they come. They say youth and sport being elected. They can elect youth and sport.
So Abu, and I think even if the government is a serious government by now, what they are supposed to be doing is talking about dismissing the heads of those schools that send students at the grounds of that Capitol building. And I think those people are working under the government. They are working within the government. And as such, the Senate should exercise oversight and call those instructors or those school administrators to book. Call them for questioning. You deceive the students. You lie to the students. Collected money for Colonials, printed t-shirts, put the children in buses, lie to them that you're going for a program. You're going for honoring program. Only for them to come stand to Capitol building, hearing that Youth and Sport director.
Right? So that play the other
It's
one.
terrible.
Okay, that didn't want. The first meeting, she didn't even confirm me. Go.
It's-
And look
it's-
at it. Look at the clothes you wearing in that one too.
It's terrible. And she's in this position. She's speaking. In the other one, why she dressed like this? She's speaking now in her capacity.
Is it? See her legs.
Look at the clothes on the woman.
See,
Let me try to
that.
reduce this. I want to get this. How can I get it? How can I get it?
That viewer discretion being a won't show all the other one. But at least, just go tap on social media, Cornelia Kratuba. Even if she has taken it from her personal pages, but they will be there. Will be available. Check on Clarence Masakwe page, you see, or Mo Ali page, you see.
Or even Harvard Manager, you can check on Harvard Manager page. You also see it.
To attend all of it, I want to attend the first one engaged with you. And just commit to you that the Ministry of Youth and Sports will have some of our teams from time to time to put the creators. We hope.
You listen to her? You listen?
Speaking. See the way the Jew break her.
The woman is speaking in her capacity.
Is it how Chelsea begins standing?
This is
the Chelsea man.
This is an absolute disrespect and slap in the face of the Senate. I don't know how you will see it. You can see it.
Hate, and look, we got no reason to hate anybody.
No, we got
nobody in
absolutely
this
no
country. Cornelia.
In fact, Cornelia Manima's sister. But not because she's doing the wrong thing, then because she's Manima's sister, it means I should support the wrong
To
thing.
change this country here, we have to look at the faces of everybody doing wrong and tell them what you're doing is uncalled for.
And
look, the government may insist, because there's a rescue government, they do just as the few and the weak. But the records we have it that indeed what they try to do or what they have done is not in keeping with moral standards. And of course, there were voices that spoke, and that's what we're trying to speak. We're saying it. We hope the society will look at it. But again, right? The Council of Churches is okay with this. The chief imam is also okay with this. But the chief imam will go home. Yesterday, there was a national war hijab day celebration. Modest dressing they were talking about. But again, the country in which we're talking about that, the Minister of Youth and Sports designate dresses extremely, and in a very provocative manner, right? Undermining, and I like the message of the young lady from the War Hijab Day celebration yesterday. Say hijab as a bridge, not a barrier. Liberia Muslim women celebrate unity, faith, and nationhood. In a message steeped in grace and national pride, the president of the Liberia Muslim Women Network, Fatima Maiga, delivered a soft yet powerful address that reframed the hijab not as a symbol of separation, but as a unifying trend binding faith, womanhood, and Liberian identity. Or you be modest, moral in the way you look, and all of that. So the very imams that are teaching those are the imams that are cheering, oh, your leader care. Then you start telling your children to cover their body now.
The first one engaged with you, and just commit to you that the Ministry of Youth and Sports will have some of our teams from time to time to put the creators, and hoping that as time goes by, we'll have a permanent structure at the ministry and supporting creators so that we can create an economy.
And then they say that.
So instead of taxpayer money being used to improve schools across the country, whether vocational, technical, or whatever school it is across the country under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, government funds are expected now to be diverted to ensuring that we can gather on the beaches, gather at nightclubs, and for African body. Because if the minister or the minister designate somebody who could be confirmed anytime to be the minister at the Ministry of Youth and Sports is promising that it's a part of this and giving some commitment to this initiative, it proved to us that tomorrow we could be seeing budgetary allocation to these activities, so that maybe weekends we go out from club to club, from beach to beach, to have these social activities. What are the importance to our society?
Okay.
How is going on the beach or going to the nightclub, smoking shisha, drinking liquor, how is that important to the improvement of the living condition of the people?
We're going to church in
So-
the morning. So if you're going to church in the morning, you'll come to how you call it, LRB brunch.
Mhm.
We get liquor here. We get the other one.
Free liquor.
They're sharing condom on the children.
Free liquor be there.
They're sharing condom. I think that they go on weekend, right? They're sharing condom.
Yeah, I think one of the
Body.
yeah,
So you know what African body actually interpret as? Women naked themselves, half naked, passing it from men, impressing them, rocking their butt, shaking themselves, and pumping their chest and doing all the kind of things. Say body, and this is it. That's exactly, if that's how I want to come around. I live with say, and we've been talking our own. This the president was supposed to be a deacon, was supposed to be a traditionalist, was supposed to be 42-year experienced old man. This is a choice he has made for the country. So going forward, get your children prepared for their African body, stretch your skirt with their beat the senator blouses, right? And with their stomach, everything showing that normal. The president has approved it now. This is the way the country is going to go forward for the next 4 years. And that's exactly the youth program, the youth agenda. Dress anyhow, wear any kind of clothes, can also do whatever you want to do. That's it. Waka get there, and you send you again, maybe minister of what gender for dressing half naked. You just sent one lady to Ministry of Youth and Sport for dressing half naked. What is the moral standard, Mr. Baptist Deacon? Right? And then when you ask these questions, then they try to make you the subject. And they themselves cannot even defend these things. They say, oh, nobody's talking about intelligence. We're talking about intelligence. Oh, you're that intelligent, but then you can't dress intelligently. You're that intelligent, and you still believe with all your intelligence that you need to expose your body to attract. You are very intelligent, very educated, but yet still you still believe that you need to, expose yourself to still be attractive. What is the worth of your intelligence? I look at smart Liberian women, man, right? When they dress, when they come out, their perfume, their costume, you can see whatever. Let's go to Satan, But just before we do that, let's take a break with Crime Stopper Liberia. Take small breath, take small water, come back. Tomorrow again, we'll do part 2 of the African body and see what happens. This break, we'll be right back.
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, enemy you cheche. Do well for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all of us. Crime Stopper. The people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper. Stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime Stopper. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, Crime Stopper. Keeping us safe, let's stop it crime for all of us.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock from the nation's capital in Monrovia. Welcome to the Freedom Money Rise on Freedom 87.9. And of course, this is the final lap of the conversation. We are transitioning, of course, to talk to you now about a scene, a very terrible, horrible scene that took place over the weekend. In as much as others who argued that it was some sort of lawful eviction order that was executed, but then this pattern has continued, and this pattern has continued, and it's rendering thousands and thousands of our people homeless and without place to stay. As different instances, you see yellow machines go to places, bringing people, places down and all of that with no due notice and all of that. So these things have raised some social concern among our people. And then they continue to ask, why? Why are these things happening? We pay for these places. The grantors are the same. The names are there. We just did not jump from the blue and start putting our investment in these places, building them. So is it the problem of the people, or the problem is with the system? The system that allows and grant people these for property that they know very well is owned by others. And then after many years, when people take their resources, their life savings, and establish a shelter for themselves, their families, and their grandchildren, their children and grandchildren. And then when they are retired, out of job, thinking that they have already, created a resting place. And then one moment, somebody walks to the court, secures an eviction order, right? And then they will go and do mass demolition, setting these people's life back when they have no time and age in their favor to go out there and get anything. Then another question arises. Where is the government in all this? What's the responsibility of the government to its people? What role does the government play when these things are happening? What is the interest of the people when over thousands and thousands will be left homeless by one court order? And there's no intervention. There's no relief assistance. And these people are left by themselves. We've seen several cases of late since the inception of the Joseph Boakai administration. Several of these things has happened. And up to now, victims are still stopping with friends and families, creating discomfort in people's homes. Where one person is supposed to sleep, you have 5 persons sleeping there. Where 2 persons are asleep, you have 10 persons sleeping there. Homes are no longer the way they're supposed to be because people are opening their doors to accommodate strangers out of sympathy and humanity. The greatest bearer of responsibility in this country is the government that we all pay our taxes to and surrender our rights to. In moment of distress, where does the government come in? Has the government ever come in these instances since Mr. Boakai became president? Are they an accomplice in these inhumane actions? Could there be other ways around it? Negotiated ways around it? Because some of the documents that these people are carrying are documents given to them by the state. These deeds they have. So if the government allows her system to be infiltrated by their own employees and members of the government who gave our Liberian families these deeds for properties that the government itself knows belongs to other families. And after people have lived worked, exhausted their time, and put down structures. One morning, the very government again instructs pick up foot of armed toting police officers to go and remove these families without compensation, without discussions, and what have you. And we see this thing happening regularly ever since Bouaka became president. Whether it is the District 17 Hotel Africa incident, whether it is the Catholic Junction incident, whether it is the Mount Barclay on, the Johnsonville, right? Just wherever across the country. And even the government itself, when they do not have resources to build, resources to do anything, just to be seen as working, they will send people from the Ministry of Public Works. They will break people's businesses down. They will break home down. And people are asking questions, why do we go in the queue to elect leaders for? What do we get as dividend? I thought it is that where our voices cannot reach, the government will come. Where our hands, our capacity cannot reach, the government will come in. But we look abandoned. In fact, we look victim of our own creation. What we created have turned a war on us. We put our water market down to feed for ourselves and our children. The government come, they break it down. We be our smaller community shop. They send yellow machines, they clear it. Under the guise of doing road work. They're doing no road work. Look at the community there, Rototown, and all these places. Yesterday, over the weekend, was where? Satan community. Even as we speak now, families are still in tears, grieving. Kids could not even go to school today because the government sent yellow machines and police people to beat, demolish, and throw them out, destroying their properties and belongings in the early hours. What should government actually be in the 21st century? Compassionate or ruthless? Caring or hostile? Are the questions you ask. But the politicians who say that government, you can't fight government. That government, you can't fight government. The people are not fighting the government. The people are asking simple questions. Who's responsible for our shelter? Our feeding, our safety, our protection? Are the questions. The politicians will find ways around it because they're getting kickbacks. They're getting handouts. But beyond the politics and the handout, the human side of it, put yourself in the shoe. Now we have the energy, we are working for this number of years. With this pattern continuing, where are you going to buy land that somebody will not come after 25, 30 years to say it is my land? Imagine being entrapped in the same shoes of these people. So we need the government to come in. Some sort of social intervention, some sort of legal reforms, and some sort of systemic upgrade to ensure that by the time the man put his life saving into this place, the state guarantees. When the state issue you a deed, is a guaranteed for the place. But we're running a country where the country will give you deed, and then somebody will come. The same country will give them rate to go and carry yellow machine and police to demolish your property. This is an unjust society. Injustice all over. No rights for the poor. No rights for the workers, the working class. Political elites are safe. Their homes are dodged. They're protected by the court. Let people go to the court? No way. Look at from 72nd. The families, the private property owners decided to go to the court. And up to now, we're hearing that the army has declined honoring the court invite. So where are we? So just be living, sleeping. The day somebody get there, they connected to the power that be, they get money, they go to the court, they can't declare you all. So the same way you sitting in the Texas justifying the other people own, you could be in trap. You need to think outside the box. When you see things happening, they say the fall of a dry leaf is a warning to the raw one. This is Monrovia. You say bought your land. You bought it from somebody. So I assure you, the same fate that has got those other people today will not hold you. Go to the Samarkand area. People have bought land, being beautiful homes, modern homes. Somebody come and say the whole village for them. You got, this is where we are before we played our videos.
This is becoming a culture now under the Unity Party successive leadership. Abu, you remember the Fendel land crisis that the former government of President George Weah had to come after the Unity Party under Madam Salif and Joseph Boakai as vice president demolished the homes of Liberians who were living on that land with the promise that they were about to build an extended Fendel campus or whatever. Those people's homes were demolished without any compensation, leaving them in tears without any consideration. Today, those homes that got demolished, those areas where they broke the homes of people, the people's homes down, Abu, those places are still vacant. In fact, they've turned to forest. The government has been able to do nothing on that land.
But when they were breaking it out, they say, "Oh, come in,
yes."
Extension. People are
So
justifying.
today, when the previous government came, George Weah's administration came, they listened to the crowds of the people after they were advocated for by John Colley and others to see how these people can be compensated. Today, where the CDC government stopped the compensation because they were doing 8 stages, since where the CDC government stopped with the compensation of those people, that's where it got stuck. The Unity Party under Boakai have said nothing about it. To add more to that, the government is involved in demolishing homes of Liberians with little or no prior notice.
And it's becoming a pattern.
So you come to somebody who has been in a place for 10, 15, 20 years, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. You come and serve that person notice, giving them a week or 2 ultimatum. Where does that work? Even people who got their money today looking for a place to live, it is difficult for them. Then what more about people who don't have the money, they have to go and look for it, look for the place before they move. They serve the people communication and give them 2 weeks.
I have to say money.
I have to say the government has made money available, or we say the government get it area or you move from here in 2 weeks. The people don't get money. They get idea of where they will move and whatever, how they are even going to start their life. It has become a pattern. Today, even business centers along the business centers are being demolished. Government through the Ministry of Public Works, EPA, they are marking business centers and demolishing those places without prior notice given to these people. You give somebody 10 days, you give somebody 14 days, you give somebody 21 days to move from somewhere that they've been. So you expect that in 3 weeks or in 2 weeks, you expect that the person must have money to relocate because you want it. That's not what a responsible government that is interested in the livelihood or welfare of the people. That's not how a responsible government should behave. No responsible government will behave in so. You must be a government that listens to the cry of the people. Is that a case of the Unity Party under Boakai? No. People's homes are being demolished. So now when I get money, I can go and claim a property, go to the court, use the cash violence, and I will be served a raid, and the police will back that raid. We go in those community or in our community and demolish people's homes. Somebody will go and get fake deeds. They backdate those deeds because the government system is corrupt. Go to the Ministry of Lands, Mines, or go to the Land Authority, backdate deeds, and rush in the court and demolish people's homes.
The thing here, guys, we even won't go into, whether the deeds are correct or not correct, but we just want to look at the action as they are taking, right? Because when we listen to the victims, a lot of them, even the ones from 72nd and other places, they give them D. Who gave D in this country? In our government. So when government system is constructed in ways that it compromise, then the ordinary people become the victims in the future. 10 years later, then you are sitting in a taxi or somewhere, politically charged, you think, oh, you have to defend it. No, the error, the trouble that's coming in this country, the government is going to be responsible. And I always like to have generic conversation when we're talking about issues like these, because I believe that the same way the thing happening to the other person, it could happen to another person that way. We all move in the interior, we can, settle, get property and thing. And your pa or your grandpa turn the property over to you. They were living peaceful. Somebody will come several years later, they can say, you know what? From the other player, from the other junction, all the way to the other junction for me. And your part lane inside, and your lane inside, all of you going the same way. Right? So we are saying when these things are going on, what role does the government play? Save me that thing about, oh, the law is the law. I understand. But the law does not operate in the absence of the people. The law is made for the people's protection. When the government wants to fill the people, then they throw it the other way around. So listen to the story of this lady at the Satan demolition. Heart-touching, disturbing.
Life. Every year morning. So the property our parents buy for us. Since the 80s, every number, I mistaken yesterday, every number use the government of Liberia because he have money. He paid them yesterday. They keep with fake documents and they tormented us. They put on pressure and tension on our head.
Only the regime is free as the best medium to pass through.
And this morning he's calling
always happening on a unity
down. See, because we're going to ask stubborn.
They have no interest in negotiating on behalf of the poor people.
So tell me,
they have no desire to do so. They don't care. They are elite. They are okay.
Is this a country that anybody can use? Any law enforcement officer gave them money and said, go do this. People say that from the court, they keep with fake documents. You can't, as sheriff from the court, you know, even keep with the court ruling. But you wouldn't keep to implement. You say you keep to implement because we don't have money. You think money na out to end, so there will be no justice in Liberia because every Johnson got money, every Namgabi, he got money, so you can just take anybody for anywhere at any time. Instead of Liberia, we find ourselves in every Namwe. Is that how you are? That you not feeling there? You just give yesterday money on news to everybody, and you start breaking our places down. And now you coming in, telling people say they should come and read their name. You got the people are going to ask someone yesterday. Let me hear my 3 children. Let my daughter sitting here. Let my son recalling me. My son in Jeddah. He is too afraid. He's supposed to buy from school this year. I'm a single parent.
Laying on your own roof right now, you don't know whether you could be the next.
I expect me to survive. My only one surviving
it has to stop, or it has to be a way around.
And they broke that shop down. Even my house, I couldn't even take anything from my house.
Very pivotal role in resolving.
If you see on the live stream, you will see my son was there said this is a private property. Why my son was saying that? The PIQ people took my son. They put him in jail. So in the morning, up to almost 6 o'clock before they were able to take my son from jail. Against the country we in, nobody couldn't talk yesterday. No intervention. Even the so-called representative, he came here yesterday, he couldn't say anything because all of them were born. Everybody is bad in this country. Money speak. Anybody that got money, they can do anything to you, and nothing will come from inside. People will depend on them to protect or they're not protecting us. They're protecting their interest in their money. Just give them money, and they will even try and cut your throat.
You're watching this now, you're saying,
Last year
are
she
they
cried
people,
on me,
man?
no matter go to the horse.
I mean, where
Why
is
the
the
horse I
money?
get to go?
But
I
time
get
for
horse.
election, you need these people. Though.
They place our parents' money. We got tea for it.
So Abu,
Everybody in the community
and
back on the
this is always going to take us back to some of the things we can see. Abu, you remember when we tell you that this is a pattern to keep the people in certain position. So what is happening now, from my understanding, I just got informed from somebody within the regime. They are using these mediums to send out government officials. So they will start dishing out monies among government officials, especially from the Unity Party angle. Go out in this community, act like you're lending helping hands to these people, so that they see you tomorrow, they feel like you are their savior at this point. Then tomorrow we able to use you to go back in that very community to campaign.
But wait, the part will come into. I get that pattern, right? But let's set the record.
Everybody you buy from the same grantor. Then you want to tell me so that's down here because we want to say down here. I put it on Facebook Live because I want for people to see it. Let them know the kind of labor we eat. Let them know what happening.
Then you
let
make
them see them trust it. Let them see them trust it. Yeah. When you not get money, nobody there for you. Anybody, whoever they can buy it, they will even tell you nobody will talk. And the situation I found myself in the money. With my children, nowhere to go. My whole market, they broke it down yesterday. Everything is down. I don't even have place for my children myself to sleep. You see that? People are living in the house. People are renting from me. People are paying our house for 7 years. People try to pay rent to me. Every number. Why are you in my house? See me, I'm sick. I'm sick. And I'm even well. I'm sick. I'm in Ghana for almost 4 months. I'm sick. And I'm suffering from one of the big C. I will not be shit to say. Even if I die inside today, if I'm going to die yesterday, you are going to kill me. You are going to kill me, all my children there.
I mean, sending you the other
What
one.
a trust there. What a trust
Let's do a bit
there.
of comparison.
That country will live in here now.
You know, when we have said the other time that
because you got money to do anything to anybody goes scot free. For people that support you, because you got money to buy the entire Liberia. So our parents need money for the place. They didn't buy it. So nobody buy it in Liberia. Nobody can buy it in Liberia. You get you.
For the poor and the have-not. But when Baga came in the Unity Party, when the people themselves suffer and build their own property, they're breaking it down. They're taking it from them. And they say they can make themselves heal out of that. We want to see how that's going to work. See this. It's on silent.
Yeah.
No, that's Smith. We have to people from Zing Shot to every home. And a dignity to their life. Unity Party campaign that we are with a partner for the country. The campaign that we are was a bad man for the country, and nearly removing because we was adding a lot of dignity to the life of the poor people, bringing them up. So we need to stop this man. So when you look on the screen, you look down, you see Baka era, where you see police people with food terrorists breaking the poor people home. And you, the very librarian, went in the queues. You said the pictures are up. You know what that one, the pictures are done at 8 1. Look at the place, look at the demolition. This was your choice, your decision you made. But we are not going to keep silent because you know what government has a responsibility is people. We see a government trying to be a extremely elitist against the will and aspiration of the vast majority of the people that are poor. Then we need to signal the red flag. And that's what we are doing. Okay, don't let don't vote for we are. We are not come by. We agree. But make your own comparative judgment on this. A man who will build homes for people in Zing Stars, victims of fire disaster, flooding. You build homes for them, move there and their families and their children there. So a man will send yellow machines and break their homes down. and wear them there as beggars. So today, what has happened, Lehega was trying to permit. They're sending the so-called rescue ministers after stealing millions and millions from the people to go out there and start giving out 20,000, 30,000. Then they look to you like heroes. They look to you like Messiah. But the man who bail us, they move inside with your family. Move for in the water. Move for in the fire. Don't go beg nobody, the government. The president will be moving the horse. Just know you want that man. You want a man who will send your machine, break your homes down, and send here useless officials to go there and give you 10,000, 20,000, and you beggar, you're looking sorry for the taking your picture, they put you on videos. And they will put you on documentary as part of their success story. Look at your life. From dignity to what? To servitude. That's what your so-called rescue has reduced you to. And this is what we are saying. This is what we're not going to stop saying. One moment you see another hair of an SOE move there and act like one big philanthropist. Right? Neglected the University of Liberia. And today, they're scoring political point on that. And I see these students who are supposed to be conscious enough. Sit down. When the university is denied taxpayers' money, and then for officials of the very government that have been paid, right, come to be Messiah, they say they are philanthropists. Does that make sense to you? And this is what they are going to do. Maybe FPRC may come. The government never act to preserve the people. The government never act to speak with the individual claiming the property, to sit down with them and say, how can we compensate you? How can we fund a settlement plan? And if the individual insists, sit down with the families over a period. When people, as a government, we try talking to the people. We even made this over, but they say they want the property. And we do all the review show that the property for them. So as a government, we can sit down here, we see you go through all this. So you know what we'll do? We, the government, we're already telling them, okay, 6 months. So in that 6 months, what we're going to do, under the social services component of all of the SOEs, we're asking each of them to contribute 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. By the time 1 month end, we'll get something like $5, $6 to $10 million. All of you here will compensate you with a minimum of $10,000 to please kindly relocate. We'll assign people from the land authority with you, right? And the archive, so that wherever you are going to farm will be secure and protected for you. That is what a responsible government, a government that means rescue, will do. But are they interested in rescuing you? No. They're interested in sending you further down the ladder. That's what they want to do, to keep you a beggar. The lawmaker that could not stand with the people, the lady said, is a lawmaker after all of the public pressure. Finally, he said he able to raise 30 million.
But that's the intent of it.
There are 30 million to go there.
That's the intent of it.
So now you will see a song and he will take the money, that your country money. That your country money. What they did is wicked. That share wickedness. You say now you allow people to go through this mess. Look at the video, look at the place. And then you go there and stand, you say you love, you get 30 million now. You buying the people pride, you buying their dignity. And Liberians pride up for sale. That you can render them homeless and reduce them to beggars. And then you go stand there to make hero of their distressful situation. What kind of government is this? I thought they said they were rescuing the people. How come they've turned to the people's oppressor? They're oppressing the people. That's what they're doing. We don't even know whether these people laying claim to these vast land, whether the documentations are even proper. Because the people, they are poor. They don't have means to fight beyond what they can do by showing their deeds. The whole defense ministry is rendering. Look at the other lady who have $500,000 investment when this government has not created even $100 opportunity for the young people. They are prepared to carry bulldozers to demolish those. But we will use these microphones in our voice. We'll beat sensing those people. We'll expose them. That's what we'll do. Y'all won't go vote for them. Y'all go vote for them. That will not stop us from doing. Y'all go vote for them anyhow. But we'll come here. We'll say the truth. There'll be some sound people. Sometimes even your children and second may sitting this. They know they listen to what we're talking. Some we're speaking in their interest. What's the essence of journalism? If you play blind eye to the suffering of the people to appease the sentiment of those in power. But in my country, Liberia, those are the people they call good journalists. The one who go after and expose the ills of the government. Those are the bad journalists. These are us. They call our names because we refuse to be bootleggers to those in power. As much as they are our friends, we say no. You can't be treating our people in disdain. Then you come here, you say, oh, sit down and be singing you praises. What development? The president who can break ground and don't have money to build. You take the whole justice ministry people, a whole president. The president have phone bars. Be about phone bars. They can just make fun of him, grab him with BB Trust or hold him by a Omen Jukuju care. He can't stand here. He even know where he's standing. They see where they take people and give it to him. He even know where he go and read. The whole president, you're not even aware. You go stand on podium and go read, say you not pay up to 20% of Liberia rule. Whole president, you to yourself, you standing, you reading that kind of thing. They're making fun all of you publicly.
But Abu, the guys survived on lies before, so they came back thinking that the same thing they used before, they can use it now. Forgetting to know that the system has become sophisticated enough that Liberians' eyes are open. So people say, oh, that thing with the president is a mistake. That was not a mistake. That thing was a pre-calculated thing that the government sat down, they put together. Before the president go to present that state of the nation, that's something that they can read the night before he go read. No. That thing can be written long before the president can rehearse everything before he go present it. So even in the rehearsal, they did not realize that it was a mistake. If there's something for us to accept, no, that was not a mistake. They calculated that thing, thinking that when they bring it, you will accept it the way the president will see it. But they are only coming back to tell you that our mistake because your eyes are now open. You are knowledgeable enough to happenings in the country. So you sat and critically analyzed all of those things that the president said, and you picked out all of the lies. I told somebody, I said, the only truth for me that Bwaka said in his State of the Nation address was that thing he said, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Vice President, or that part. But everything that the president said were all lies. But we'll keep that for another day.
That told these school children, that told these school children sitting on the floor in Tori. That the children sitting on the floor here. You're breaking people's homes every day. But let it cause.
We can do so on 0776 104 104 086 500 104. Good morning.
Good morning, Austin. Good morning, Austin. Good morning, Abu, and good morning, Hida.
Good morning, go ahead.
Brother, you guys have said it all. You know, for onset, President Bwaka's leadership to Liberia, it was a complete calamity. The people saw it to be like it was on the right path. This old man he had been failure to his own education. Somebody who went to school 40 something years. He graduated from UL. He can't go back. He just passing around without OPS. What do you think a man would do for this country? This man is a complete liar. When you
they bring computer been in here. Everybody are going doing computer. The men refuse. And they're holding our OPS passing around. Thank you very much. Victor, let's hear you.
Good morning, Abu. Let me say good morning to our people. Abu, this particular issue with land matter is getting very serious and alarming in our country. The reason why, Liberia,
you need to call your name, sir.
My name is Victor Allison.
Okay.
The reason why Liberia is what it is people sit and watch things that happen to us in this country. Imagine over the weekend, I was part of one of the processes in Johnsonville.
Okay.
Wherein I've lived on my own personal property for over 10 years. Mm-hmm. People have lived there for 25, 30 years. A court order came on Friday, a writ of possession.
Okay.
Only on Friday. People got to know that there's a case on land matter. A federal claiming a 40 acre of land in this
all the time you have been living there. Only
we
on
have
Friday,
lived there. Only on Friday we got to know. And they come to the place and bring rid of possession and wanted to bust people property and take them down and make them homeless. People have lived there. I personally, as an individual, 10 years I've owned my property. No issues, no court information, only to come on and say 2 people in this country that's causing issue. One of them is Eric Nangwe. Eric Nangwe, we don't know which family he formed and claiming to own property almost the half of Liberia. He claiming to own property in the area. Another person is a Nigerian man who naturalized himself, goes around, see people family poor, and they come to them and say, oh yeah, we can fight case for you. Send you, your parents get a place. Parents have sold property over the past time. But children have coming back with murder deeds, going to the court, places that the parents have sold over the past time, because the parents are dead and claiming those areas, they go to court, receive a writ of possession and go and making people homeless. Guess what? People
and the Nigerian man, that they United Party Nigerian man, how they call him Abacha.
Abacha is the name. He goes around and just wanted to fight people and getting their property and come and claiming that they have 40. Imagine over 400 houses people living on currently. They register their deed, they pay money to government. Government raised the money over the past time. They spend it the way they want to, and those people are being homeless. After you have registered your deed, you have probated your deed, even people have paid taxes on those property. And government has generated the money for they have generated it for me over 10 years. Imagine other people that have generated for over 20 years. They're paying the monthly taxes, the yearly taxes they pay to government. But still, guess what? Guess what? Their property has been taken for them today. Because of what reason? We don't know. So it's alarming in our country. What is happening is wrong. It's wrong. People are complaining on a daily basis of what is happening in this country. People property are not taken for them, no redress, and it's happening over and over and again. We're calling on the government and people in this country to look into this matter. The people are getting tired. And when people get tired, they will take the law in their own hands. And that would be extremely wrong. So we call on the government. People sit at land authority. Land authority. People say on the ACA, they are duplicating deed to enrich themselves. We go there and register those deeds, and those deeds have issues. The government should not be taking our money for us to register those deeds.
You shouldn't be registering the deeds.
You shouldn't be taking money for us to register the deeds.
And then somebody go there and go demolish the people's property.
And after 10 years, what they call year one person, and the people. And they have a law that the government and the court is not using. They have a law called adverse possession. Adverse possession says if Allison stay there for 10 years, openly, you come to him to complain to him. You cannot come back and take Allison property. But they are closing the house for that
the court will not allow you, the poor man, to make that case because they know they're already finished taking money.
No. Adverse possession is clear in the law and will be continue to be on the radio. Will read what adverse possession says. Openly, notoriously, if I own a property, and you didn't come to me to make a claim. After 10 years, you cannot come back. You cannot come back and take my property. But they are closing their eyes on those laws and they are setting. The main issue in this country is not the president. It's that particular code. They're taking a lot of officers.
But who put the people there? Who
and
put
they
the
don't
people
know about it. They don't want to take effect to it. They don't want to take effect to it.
The president hear these things. He watched them on the internet. He reads them in the paper, and he has not
saying anything.
He just
thousands of people that vote for you. Thousands of people that vote, they become homeless for their own decision they make. You think you're right?
Thank you.
I'm saying to you, Abu, we are coming.
Thank you, my dear brother. So this is a distressing property owner. I mean,
let's talk to somebody from
you
here.
can imagine how many of the people are out there. Morning.
You know, I will all different perspective when it comes to
there's a whole CDC supporter. That's it. All the people who the bossing are CDC supporter.
from the judicial system. People listen like way around. The corruption in this country is based on the judicial system. Because poor people, they like that money when they go to the court, they will not get redress. People will use the phone to grab those lawyers for them to give the people the power to come kill people property. But we now looking at the judicial system has corrupt the eye. I said the nation man said nothing about the NATO today. Every day before this year, before it is out of
all of y'all whom then they bossing that the president knows about it. He set up the code that way. Go ahead.
Yeah. Somebody in the community, a guy every year the guy will come in so clean, he clean almost half of so clean. Then he the guy to run behind with corner the young people, the motorcycle, they run behind. He brought out a police here, they control the police, they don't see a guy the left way again.
Okay. Okay, let's talk to Edmond. Edmond
if the president doesn't know about it all along for almost 2 years, over 2 years, he will say something.
Edmond morning.
Yeah, good morning here, guy. Again, this is Edmond Carr. You know, what is happening in this country is sometimes we got reminded, right? When the men of God talking about it will reach, it will come to a time where you'll be running away from your own country. This is what we are seeing now. When I saw that video, it's quite disturbing. But
the president is so selfish. Say you're rescuing, he ain't get time for the people again. He ain't get time for the people suffering. The people crying every day.
The burden is the burden and the blame is strictly on the president and the representative of the district. You know, you see the court don't call the
representative of Puff Daddy, man. We're talking about serious people. The president.
When you go to court, the court rule in your favor. You have that human mind. And you will neglect your property for 30 years and people are there. Where have you been? If there is no family in Liberia that are able to update you what is happening right home. So if you come along in the country and this happen, what you need to do now is at least to work with the people to see how they can rebar. If the court rule in your favor, there are other options available. The people can rebar, or you can provide some tangible compensation and get them time so that they can be able to exit. But they just go and break it down. They know where to go. They are crying on the street. They are complaining. Nothing is happening everywhere. I don't know what is happening in the country. Sometimes we sit and wonder where we really headed. This is a complete crisis that we are in, and people are overlooking it because the guns are pointed in the heads of the people and threatening them. Okay. We are in crisis, so I think that we should do the needful and be able to save our country from the mess that have been created. I think we should stand up.
Thank you very much. For us here, we hold leadership responsible. And of course, that's what we think. The president must bring leadership to bear, or else he takes the full responsibility of what is happening. Go ahead, Pascal Davis.
Thank you, my brother Abu. Thank you so kindly for keeping the show alive. So, the president can see blood. He celebrates. And at the one where he not seeing blood, Queen Johnson rests to the post. Human is a minister. Human being blood was shared in love. We saw it. Our Peking Johnson was killed. Look, let's stop attacking lawmakers and stuff like that. You really think President Bouaka is a human being? You really think so? You really think he has feelings for human beings? He does not have. He's not even a person to come on. Abu, there's the law that talk about eminent domain. How about in the country no say the government own all the land? But another law that says when people occupy government land and that government decides to develop it, you must be able to settle people who are settled. You must compensate them. Give them time to move. That's what the law says. Mm-hmm. Is that what the government wants? When you have a heartless, an old man who have lived his youthful death, who is now useless, and expecting all of us who are for future. And you think I'm supposed to call here and blame one lawmaker who does not even know his life on right? When President Bouaka
has induced the judiciary. You were here when the court ruled and said, COPA is a lawmaker, is a release. It's a Mexico. What the President Bota said? You were here when the rule that all the people who had any position.
But who free Musu's card?
Go up.
After the court rule.
After the court rule. Who did that? And I wanted that he free her. He did for job. For killing Charlotte.
Imagine the poor people crying for the land. The president get the power to release Musu's card. But he get the power to tell the court, let me negotiate it.
Yeah.
He didn't get time for it. That friendship and elitism he has time for.
The man's a demon. There's useless old man.
Oh my God! Thank you very much. I have to cut that man off right there. And so let's make progress. We need our president to stand up and speak for our people. Hello. Good morning. To Desi Who Water and carry on and then come back your live.
Morning.
The boss is done. Go ahead.
Hello. Good morning to Freedom FM family, and good morning to you, Brother Abu Sherry and Bon. New constant Efangsu EF Kamal this great morning our Freedom Morning Rise show. Brother Abu Sherry and that of Figa Gonda is so frustrating by as a government or governance system. This is now what Liberian people voted for. For you to come to power and stay improving the life of the Liberian people or the life of the people, but we are their places, terror demolition from 2024 up to 2025 to present. All those places the government have broke down, it become no goes room for people. Today, when the Baba places, it become a stop. Then you have nothing to do for the Liberian people. You going around using your power. So this is a cohesion with the government and that was these people who doing this thing.
Okay. Thank you very much. Man, the man believe the government and the guys are in cahoot. Who knows? Anything is possible. Avin, let's hear you.
Yeah, comrades. Aboud, we sometimes we have to motivate our people to struggle. Like I've always stated, even the most recent situation in the United States of America, it has taken the courage of the people in the United States of America, the ordinary people, to call the ICE officers to order, right? They were shooting people all around the place, and the people said, this is enough. And they come together to form a common union, which is called the Popular Union of the People. The people must rally to form a union around a certain ideology. You cannot be in your own country in your very devastating and bad economy, and you are there being made homeless. And you sit down, you fold your hands, and you say somebody, no. History does not liberate people who refuse to liberate themselves. The masses at this time must be their own liberators. They must take to the street, take to the communities. Yesterday, when it happened to the CDC party headquarters, people said we're irresponsible. We told them that it was a clever political machination to take the property that the party has occupied for the last 20 years. People said it was a political, it was irresponsible of the power of the CDC. It was a leadership deficit, it was a leadership crisis. We want them that the government is the return of the two party. That's what they did to our people. Yes. They took the land from the people, they made them homeless, and they tried to import their bureaucrats to take over the land and put them in tears and in agony. We are calling on the people. If the people cannot stand up, what happening today at 72nd Boulevard, Cadet Junction, what happening today in that area of Satan, what happening today in Johnsonville, our store, battery factory, all these places, the people are reclaiming the land. That's what they've done to our people over the years, and they have come back again to put them in this very thing that our forefathers did to our people. When you make the people homeless and landless, you are frustrating their effort and their human existence. How come, Abu? How come those people you're talking about are you making homeless? They live in a period. They live in a period of time on a Tobo, on a Doe, on William V. Tubman, on a Chatelo, on any Johnny Salif. Nobody clean the land for them. Nobody clean the land. 20 years, 30, 40 years, some of will not be born. or these people have settlements and occupation in that area. Only for you, for Banga to take over the country 2 years, automatically, someone coming with antiquated deed and parading around and the people fall in their hands. The people fall in their hands and somebody walk on you in your own country. And you talk about law, you talk about rule of law. Any law that does not protect a citizen is a book of law. There's a scheme. The people must begin to organize vigilante resistance movement in the communities. They must try to fight. Nobody will come and liberate them. They must stand up for themselves. They must stand up for themselves. We have gathered intelligence, Abu. As I speak to you, the list is in our possession. There are targets in Central Moldova. Come to think about this, Abu. Have you noticed that nobody can carry foolishness around that foolishness? You can't carry around one point. You can't see somebody because one that's those idiots. The guy will also the money and say the whole amount of for me. Not see happening.
No way.
Are you working also the money? Working also the money?
They didn't demolish how you call the guy? Kalano place. And they demolished
right? Yeah. Are you working also the money? Right in the single area territory, the way the political elite had the investment and the settlement of the established political elite, where they had the investment, are you working on the money? And you say somebody claiming the whole of Sinko, somebody say they get a Sinko. No, that is the sentiment. Our people they're not seeing what we see. Who now work on the money and say they claim the whole of Congo town? Who now work on the money? But they'll go after West Point, they'll go say they're claiming Carter, they say they're claiming PSP, they say they want to claim Bouze, how do you call it, Bouze, how do you call it, I think.
Okay, so this is it. I mean, this is truly and seriously disheartening, and something needs to be done about it here. And basically, that's what we think, and the government needs to do something. And I mean, I don't find any convincing justification for this level of barbaric, inhumane actions against our people.
So it is just a clear play in tactics. The government plan is to keep the people continuously in abject poverty, like we said, so they can use them. And that's why you see there are people, government officials, and representatives are being the one now. In fact, that's how they're threatening opposition lawmakers, especially for those in Masurado. That's how they are threatening them. If they notice you are not in the interest of them, or what they do is they go after your people, and then when they get them, they use another person that they want to use to unseat you tomorrow. They use that person.
They give the person some liberty to
they
go
give the
there
person some money and use them in your district to start outshining you.
Then you put in the people through nonsense.
These are things that you are seeing happening on a daily basis, and it's terrible for our country.
Very terrible. So let's read 2-3 pages from the president's Lala Sona quickly to be out of this place. 7 minutes to go. On health, the president said last year the health sector saw significant improvements. Maternal deaths dropped nationwide. Immunization coverage for children under 1 reached 88%, and medicine stockouts decreased from 95% to 5%. We thank Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, for strengthening Liberia's immunization program. With their support, Liberia has expanded vaccine access and improved public health while meeting all co-financing commitments for the first time in 10 years. We recommended significant progress in addressing infrastructure constraints confronting the health sector. Reconstruction work on the C.H. Rennie facility in Magibi County is underway. Okay, everything you see is underway at the new Kakata location, where it will now include a midwifery school. Construction work on a new neuro psychiatric hospital in Bensonville is now at 75%, while work on the regional diagnostic center in Bone County is at 85%. To support the continuous delivery of quality services in the sector, a new May welfare training program has been initiated at Bomi County College, and a budget has been allocated for the smooth operation of ELWA Hospital. Most of the hospital is so old project, inherited project. So you're giving, update on the status. Data is vital for planning and response. So the government set up the National Health Intelligence Center for improved data-driven decision-making. The system has demonstrated effectiveness, as recent data indicate that tuberculosis notification rose by 7.6% over the past year, while incidence and mortality decreased by 28% and 49% respectively. Our efforts against drugs abuse intensified with the launch of Liberia's first national anti-drug action plan, providing a strategic roadmap to reduce both demand and supply of illicit drugs. By the close of the year, over 800 at-risk youths were enrolled in recovery programs at the Johnsonville thing, talking about Allah, the people all over the students in the community. Sanitation, Mr. Speaker, an honorable member of the legislature, poor sanitation and limited access to clean water have long threatened public health, essentially in urban areas like Monrovia, where 42% of the citizens lack basic sanitation facility. In 2025, we completed the Bopolu water supply system. Bobolu, remember, the hand pump in Bobolu. Imagine if you solving your own problem, so your whole life that water, that hand pump. So the Bobolu water supply system commenced new water supply project in Greenville and Plebo, and began the rehabilitation and expansion of the Zwaju water supply system. These projects are set to benefit over 43,000 people. The 48-inch White Plain to Monrovia pipeline project is nearing its first phase of completion. Plans are underway for the remainder of the project, which is expected to benefit over 1 million residents in Montserrado County. Social protection, gender and children. Years of conflict left many Liberians vulnerable. In response, the government expanded social protection programs to ensure fair opportunities for all citizens. Listen to this. In 2025, the Save the Future project integrated more than 8,000 street children into safe environments and enrolled over 2,700 out-of-school children over the past years. I'm going to hold it right here, Hagar. Since we talk about the health sector, let's match the president wars with the actions we are seeing outside there to see whether what the president said about healthcare is actually the living reality out there with our people, right?
Just to be quick to talk about the one in Balaswa, I think there's a place named they mentioned. I've always interesting to know that the president is telling us that that project is at 80%. Where in the war, the beginning of your project, when you start laying the blabu, imagine you being your horse. Then from the very day people start doing the profiling, then you see how you call it, like 80%. So once you lay the profile at 80%,
80%.
They did a lady for black.
Man, learning it from Eddie Jaulo. Eddie Jaulo can gain. Is it Eddie Jaulo? They can tell Eddie Jaulo say yeah. They want to Eddie Jaulo say yeah, 40%, right? So talking about healthcare, the president wrote beautifully, and so let's march it in. This is Ganta, right? There are several of them out. Nurses and doctors in Ganta had this to say. Read moment after the president sooner on healthcare and other issues. Let's listen to this, folks.
Advocacy. I was elected to the association leadership January 19, 2024. We have started this discussion since 2024. We have a policy that was left on the desk by the former President Weah administration. That policy is so unique. But I see many of our colleagues, all of us spoke the same language yesterday. We sang the same song. When it comes to honor compensation today, they are neglecting our policy. So the journey to get all here, they have been a very long and rocky journey. We are also here to see the people. They are the legitimate owner of the resources that the government uses to pay people.
So you think how long this movement will go for, this protest will go for?
The reason we also here, we want to let the public know that we have been out of facility since January 15, 2026. For people, folks in the Ministry of Health are making it look like a secret. They are making it look like a political game. They keep covering up.
So you have not been working?
We have not been working since the 15th. 7 counties now, 7 counties have been deprived of our surgical services because of our absence. Both nurse and actually in Greenfield, surgery, not going on in Greenfield. Lopa County, Lopa have 4 facilities. Puya Boyma, Ulangu, or the hospital in Zozo, and Telewidow Hospital. No surgery then performed in Lopa. Sano County, no surgery then performed. River G, no surgery. River said no surgery.
Okay, folks, so you listen to it. The president presented all the picture and said 80%, 100%, 90% in the place. Only for us to know that actually in the health, there's a healthcare breakdown in the country, and services have been denied. People are not working, they're covering it up. The president numbers and updates and data he provided about the health system are flawed. They do not match the realities on the ground. Here we gotta go.
And Abu will be here on tomorrow. There are too many things that we've not even touched. If we want to look at the president's Sunan, there are too many things that we did not touch. Every aspect of we'll be hitting it one after the other. Tomorrow we will come here with a reinforced conversation on that Ministry of our Youth and Sports and whatever it is. But until we are here tomorrow, let's continue to keep the peace of our country. This country will not burn.
And so this is how we like to go home, folks. It has been a wonderful interaction. Thanks to all of you, those that call, those that text in, those that just play the listening role. There's always a good thing that you always join us on the nation's BKS breakfast platform, the Freedom Morning Rise on Freedom 87.9. Until we see you tomorrow, do have yourself a wonderful time. Bye-bye.